Hey trainers, this is Bullados here. I've got something real special for you guys tonight. We've got booster box here of Dark Explorers. Now, we're gonna open the whole thing for you guys right now. But first, gonna take a look at this box. Notice some things about this box that will, help you find out whether or not what you bought is the real deal or not. First thing you notice is that in this shrink wrap, there are these Pokemon Pokeballs all over the place on the front of it. However, if you turn the box over, those Pokemon symbols are not there. They're only on the front of the box. That's your first real hint about whether or not the box that you have is a legitimate one or whether or not it's fake. Okay? Now, I'm gonna take a crack at this thing. Let's open it up and see what we've got inside of it. By the way, I got this box at one of my friendly local gaming stores. It's a place called Dreamers Cards up here in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. I strongly encourage everybody out there to purchase their products, their Pokemon products, only from their friendly local gaming store. The reason for this is that the local gaming stores are the ones that are promoting the game. They're the ones that are making sure that you guys have a place to play every week, or for all the premier tournaments that you guys like to play in. So let's help make sure that these guys can support their own business and make sure that they're able to support us for a very long time. Next thing you're going to notice is that booster boxes contain 36 boosters. 2 columns of 18 boosters each. Let's count these things just to make sure that there's 18 in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. And on the other side, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, looks like we've got our 36 booster packs. Another thing that we're going to be doing tonight is we're also recording every part of this box for a good friend of mine. His name is Nick15. He's helping to put together the print run for each of the Pokemon sets. Now, what a print run is it allows you to each Pokemon set is packaged randomly, right? Well, not really. You see, each set has a defined order in the way that the cards are packaged. You might notice that multiple packs have the same cards in them, or that certain cards always appear after certain other cards. Well, if you put enough booster packs together, if you put enough open data sets together, you can crack the entire print run and find out, let's say out of a box, where every single where and which rare is in there for every single pack that's there. Plus, if you're playing in a draft, you can find out what every other player is playing. So now we're going to start with the left side of the box, and Nick, you can start recording at any time you like. Nick is an old-time Pokemon player. He's been part of the game since the original base set, running websites such as Pokemon and Pokemon Zeo for as long as I can remember. As you guys probably remember from my other video series, each pack comes with a Pokemon TCG online card, and we'll take 3 cards from the back, put them forward, just so that we can see the fun stuff at the end. Now, what we have in this pack is Scraggy, Larvesta 20, Timber 58, Chansey 81, Timpole 31, Crustle 8, Jolteon 37, Hooligans Jim and Cass 95, N96 Reverse Hollow, and Carnivine, 5. Let's look at the second pack here. Once again, we start with a TCG Online card, which I'll set to the side. Take 3 and put those 2 in the back. We have Drillbur, 55, Chansey, 80, Minun, 40, Dwebble, 7, Scraggy, 67, Ivysaur, 2, Enhanced Hammer, 94, Prinplup, 28, Reverse Hollow Klinklang, 77, and Cofagrigus, 52. You guys might know, later on, as I get to some of the more rare cards that are out here, you might notice that I'm taking certain precautions with them, such as sleeving them. This will help make sure that the cards are presentable later on, so that you can more easily trade with them. In this pack, we start with Dwebble, 7, Scraggy, 67, Timber, 58, Larvesta, 21, Plusle, 39, Crustle, 8, Jolteon, 37, Professor Juniper, 98, Reverse Hollow Clink, 75, Escavalier, 74. Once again, all the packs that you see here were purchased from your friendly local gaming store. You can get packs there for generally the same price that you'll find them online if you look hard enough and if you're friendly with the store owners. Again, this helps make sure that the places that you're playing in are able to stick around for a good long time, and you're able to keep playing with them for a long time. We'll start off this pack with Minun, 40, Eevee, 83, Scraggy, 67, Shelmet, 10, Timber, 58, Ultra Ball, 102, Chatot, 85, Krokorok, 65, Reverse Hollow Bulbasaur, 1, and Holographic Venusaur, 3. This guy is a nice little holographic, so I'm going to put him into one of my really nice card sleeves. Those of you who've been with the game for a while might remember some of these old guys. Oh, let's see here. We'll start off with our next pack. Yeah, let's get out of here. Come on. Come on. Get out. There you go. Got another TCG Online card. And let's do our little reorganization so that we see the fun stuff at the back. We have Ascension Zorua, 69. Lillipup, 86. Torchic, 14. Eevee, 83. Drillbur, 55. Umbreon, 60. Ultra Ball, 102. Chatot, 85. Reverse Hollow Lillipup, 86. And Holographic Electros, 47. Once again, I'm going to sleeve this Electros so that he can be usable for me later. Once again, the reason that I'm showing off all of these cards, and the reason that I'm stating the numbers as I'm going, is because I'm helping Nick15 put together the print run for this set. This will help you choose your packs more carefully and get better cards out of them. Plus, it'll help you in limited Pokemon events. But this only works if we have a large number of packs to work with. First card in this pack is Plusle, 39. Larvesta, 20. Timpole, 31. Dwebble, 7. Woobat, 50. Charon, 91. Electric, 46. Old Amber Aerodactyl, 97. Reverse Hollow Hooligans, Jim and Cass, 95. And Axelgore, 11. I'm going to push these guys off to the side because, as you can see, they're starting to fall over themselves a little bit. Next pack on the left side. Let's just get into this guy without all the fun stuff. There's another code card off to the side, and we'll pull these guys like this so that you see the fun stuff. Got a Timpole 45, Plusle 39, Larvesta 21, Woobat 50, Eevee 84, Flareon 12, Hooligans Jim and Cass 95, Electric 46, Reverse Holo Vaporeon 25, and Swanna 36. Once again, I've purchased all of these cards out of my friendly local gaming store. This will help to make sure that Pokemon is being taken care of for a very long time, and it makes sure that you will keep being able to play the game locally wherever you guys live. Just help out wherever you can and purchase from your local gaming store. We have Timber 58, Larvesta 21, Plusle 39, Zorua 70, Shelmet 10, Umbreon 61, Old Amber Aerodactyl 97, Umbreon 60, Reverse Holo Chansey 81, and Holographic Crocodile 66. Again, I'm protecting my rare holo foils so that they're presentable later on and that they're easier to trade with. Let's move right on to our next booster pack. Still going out of the left side here. Open. There we go. Got another online card. Set the two cards back. And Zorua 70, Shelmet 10, Woobat 50, Chansey 81, Clink 75, Prinplup 28, Professor Juniper 98, Ivysaur 2, Reverse Holo Ultra Ball 102, and Excadrill 56. And right on to the next card. You might have noticed that each of these packs is set up exactly the same. There are 5 common cards in the front, followed by Reverse Holo, then your rare, then 3 uncommon cards. And I'm putting the 3 uncommon cards forward so that we get to see the rare last. We have in this pack Joltik 42, Lillipup 86, Dwebble 7, Plusle 39, Woobat 50, Professor Juniper 98, Crustle 8, Krokorok 65, Reverse Holo Ducklet 35, and Bisharp 79. You might have noticed even already that some of the runs of Pokemon are looking very, very familiar. Again, this is because that the cards in the packs are not completely random. They're ordered. They're ordered semi-randomly, but there's still an order to them. And that's what I'm helping Nick15 try and figure out, what that order is. In this pack, we have Minun 40, Joltik 41, Scraggy 67, Timber 58, Slowpoke 23, Palpitoad 32, Torkoal 18, Yamask 51, Reverse Holo Chatot 85, and the prettiest card we have seen so far. We have a full art Raikou. I'm gonna put this guy right up. Ooh, there we go. Can't really put him up close to the camera because it doesn't autofocus, but you can see that this is probably the prettiest card that I've pulled so far. One thing that you can't see on this card is that the hollow foil on it is actually textured. So if you run your finger across it, it's not completely smooth. I'm going to put this guy into a nice sleeve just like that, set him down right there so that everyone can see him. Actually, let's set him off over here. This guy's pretty. We want to look at him for the rest of the day. Now let's go into the next pack. Also, one of the reasons why I'm focusing hard on the fronts of the packs is because there's sort of a we have a hypothesis that the pack pack art has something to do with the contents inside. So this is another piece of data that Nick 15 is trying to compile for us. In this pack, we start off with Torchic 14, Sandile 64, Eevee 83, Timpole 31, Joltik 42, Random Receiver 99, Prinplup 28, Girder 59, Reverse Hollow Scyther 4, and Leafeon 6. Once again, every single pack that you see here, every card that you have seen today and will see today, was bought at my friendly local gaming store. In this case, it was Dreamers Cards in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. I bought this box for $85 plus tax, which is the same price that you would otherwise see online. You can get great deals at your friendly local gaming store, and you help them make sure that Pokemon is continued to be played in there for a very long time. In this pack, we start off with Timpole 31, Slowpoke 23, Torchic 15, Sandile 64, Zorua 69, Random Receiver 99, Torkoal 18, Slowbro 24, Reverse Hollow Professor Juniper 98, and my very, very pretty lady, Gardevoir. You might or might not be able to see this on the camera, but the hollow foil on here is exactly the same as the Full Art EX foil in that it's also raised. You can also see that there is the psychic energy symbol in the middle of the card right there. This Gardevoir is a reprint of an older Gardevoir, but is still incredibly rare to see. I call this particular Gardevoir my pretty woman. Just like there's another card in this catch called Catcher, with which many people have started calling the Golden Gun. Again, we're all trying to just reference old movies. If you don't know the references on those, IMDb is your best resource, or you can always go, watch the movies. Once again, we're going to replace these cards in the back to see what we get. We have Torchic 15, Zorua 70, Clink 75, Eevee 84, Vanillite 33, Torkoal 18, Vullaby 73, Random Receiver 99, Reverse Hollow Venusaur 3, and Bisharp 72. And again, the reason that I am calling out all the numbers like this is because I'm helping out an old friend of mine, Nick 15, try and compile the print run sets for for this particular set. This will help you pick your packs correctly so that you can, best maximize your dollars. Plus, it'll help you in drafts and other such tournaments figure out what everyone else has drafted, and then use that knowledge to your advantage while building your own decks. In this pack, we have Clink 75, Vanillite 33, Slowpoke 23, Sandile 64, Joltik 42, N 96, Dark Claw, 92. Ivysaur, 2. Reverse Harlow Larvesta, 20. And Scrafty, 68. Once again, I'm going to rearrange the cards that are on the field here so that they're not falling all over each other, and we can get a better idea of what's going on. Let's open up this next Darkrai pack, see what little bits of fun we can get out of here. Another TCG Online code card. And let's start off with this pack. We start off with Woobat, 50. Chansey, 81. Clink, 75. Tynamo, 45. Lillipup, 86. Palpitoad, 32. Dark Patch, 93. Scyther, 4. Reverse Hollow Twist Mountain, 101. And Galvantula, 43. Some really awesome piece of news that just came down. They have completely revamped the Pokemon trading card game online. Now, instead of it being completely inside of your browser window, it's a downloadable client, which means that you no longer have to be constantly connected, and it uses up fewer resources, meaning a faster game experience. Make sure you get onto Pokemon TCG on TCGO.com to sign up for the new Pokemon TCG Online. First up for this pack, we have Tynamo, 45, Lillipup, 86, Slowpoke, 23, Bulbasaur, 1, Vanillite, 33, Old Amber Aerodactyl, 97, Charon, 91, Clang, 76, Reverse Hollow Tynamo, 45, and Aerodactyl, 53. Now we're coming up on the final pack of the left side of this box. Another Trading Card Game Online code card, and I misspoke earlier. The website that you're looking for is PokemonTCG.com. There is no O, there's no online in the URL. It's just PokemonTCG.com. The first card in this pack is Bulbasaur, 1. Clink, 75. Torchic, 14. Vanillite, 33. Joltik, 41. Dark Patch, 93. Charon, 91. Krokorok, 65. Reverse Hollow Slowking, 49. And the very, very nice to see you, Entei EX. Once again, with all of these really nice, really expensive cards, I'm going to put them into sleeves so that they stay nice and protected. This Entei EX is one of the more powerful cards in the game today. There's talk of Entei EX itself being a deck in the same way that Terrakion by itself was a deck before this set came out. Now we're going to start on the right-hand side of this box, and we're going to start with this Venusaur pack. Let's open this guy up. Pull this thing out. Another Pokemon TCG Online card. Let's set these guys up to the front so that we see the fun stuff at the end. And we will start with Pawniard, 78. Pawniard, 78. Larvesta, 20. Drillbur, 55. Chansey, 80. Minun, 40. Electric, 46. Chatot, 85. Scyther, 4. Reverse Hollow Timber, 58. And a very, very nice to see you from my good friend, Holographic Empoleon, who I will place into this sleeve to try and protect him for later on. Let's go on to our next pack. This one's a Darkrai. And let's see what we might glean from this pack. Another Trading Card Game Online code card. And we start with Bulbasaur 1, Chansey 80, Ducklet 35, Tynamo 44, Pawniard 78, Electros, Reverse Holo 47, Excadrill 57, Girder 59, Combuskin 16, and Enhanced Hammer 94. That was the first time that I have forgotten to move the cards around. I will not do so for the rest of this video. Once again, every card that you see here was purchased at my friendly local gaming store, Dreamers Cards in St. Louis Park. I got it for the same price that I would normally get it for online, and I help make sure that the Pokemon trading card game has friends in the game store area, so that it can continue being played at all levels. The first card in this pack: Shelmet 10, Piplup 27, Carablast 9, Chansey 81, Zorua 69, Vanillish 34, N 96, Vaporeon 25, Reverse Holo Charon 91, and Stoutland 88. And once again, the reason that I'm calling out all of these numbers is, and focusing so hard on the packs that we're looking at, is because my good friend Nick15 is putting together a print run. Nick15 is one of the old-time Pokemon players. He used to run Pokemon websites such as Pokemon and Pokemon Zeo. He's been playing since base set, and even if you haven't heard of him, you've probably used some of his fake card templates in the past to make your own fake cards. In this pack, we start off with Eevee 83, Timpole 31, Joltik 42, Ducklet 35, Shelmet 10, Enhanced Hammer 94, Vanillish 34, Twist Mountain 101, Reverse Holo Zoroark 71, and Holographic Blaziken, who I will once again sleeve in my very pretty little sleeves from the really old days. Some of you old-timers might remember this, to try and make sure that it's playable for later on. Holographic cards get scratched and damaged a lot more easily than non-holographic cards do, so it's always a good idea to try and protect them as much as you possibly can from the moment that they first come out of your packs. And let's start off with this next pack. We get Ducklet 35, Shelmet 10, Zorua 69, Piplup 27, Tynamo 44, Vanillish 34, Umbreon 60, Clang 76, Reverse Holo Timpole 31, and Glaceon 30. Let's move on to our next pack. Yeah, let's just keep going. Another trading card game online code card, and let's move the cards around. We have Ducklet 35, Piplup 27, Carablast 9, Tynamo 44, Eevee 84, Combuskin 16, Dark Patch 93, Herdier 87, Reverse Holo Vanillish 34, and Zoroark 71. You might be noticing a theme in this particular set of that there are a lot of darkness type Pokemon coming out of these packs. And this is not in an absolute sense. This is relative to everything else that's going on. Remember that darkness types have probably the fewest Pokemon out of all the types in the trading card game. So when you see so many of them in one set, you know that they're trying for, a particular theme in this set that they're working on. In this pack, we have Chansey 81, Tynamo 45, Sandile 64, Piplup 27, Larvesta 21, Slowbro 24, Vullaby 73, Ultra Ball 102, Reverse Hollows Ascension Zorua 69, and Espeon 48. They've tried to do these kinds of themes in the past. You might remember Call of Legends had a lot of cards that had to do with the Lost Zone. This isn't the first time that they've tried to do theme sets like this, nor will it be the last. Normally when a theme set like this comes out, the cards that are in it are very self-contained and are very powerful relative to all the other cards in the set and in the format at the time. In this pack, we start off with Ducklet, 35, Chansey, 80, Bulbasaur, 1, Pawniard, 78, Tynamo, 44, N, 96, Vullaby, 73, Darkclaw, 92, Reverse Hollow, Old Amber, Aerodactyl, 97, and Holographic Volcarona, who I will sleeve immediately to try and protect it for as long as possible. You might have noticed already that we've gotten 3 chase cards of 1 EX, 1 Full Art EX, and one shiny Pokemon. There are in general between 3 and 4 chase cards in each booster box that you open, at least for this particular set. So the fact that we've gotten 3 of them already probably means that there's only 1 remaining in the rest of the packs that are here. We're going to start off this pack with Slowpoke, 23, Bulbasaur, 1, Vanillite, 33, Torchic, 14, Sandile, 64, Scyther, 4, Darkclaw, 92, Rare Candy, 100, Reverse Hollow Minun, 40, and Holographic Klinklang, 77. Once again, I'm going to place this Klinklang into a card sleeve to try and protect it from everything else that can go on with just collecting cards. Let's move on to the next pack, and again, every card that you see here was bought from my friendly local gaming store. In this case, it was Dreamers Cards in St. Louis Park, Missouri. The reason I'm stressing this is because I want all your friendly local gaming stores to continue stocking the game. So if you purchase from them, they will want to keep the game around. In this pack, we get Shelmet, 10, Timber, 58, Joltik, 42, Lillipup, 86, Dwebble, 7, Crustle, 8, Vaporeon, 25, Rare Candy, 100, Reverse Hollow Torchic, 15, and Leafeon, 6. You might have been noticing as we're going on that there are a lot of numbers, there are a lot of cards that are appearing in the same order out of all of these packs. This is because the way that Pokemon is randomized is they're ordered first. So what I'm trying to do is help out a good friend of mine, Nick15, in trying to break the print run for this particular set. The more packs that we get to Nick15 at PokemonA.com, the more complete the print run will be. In this pack, we start off with Joltik, 41, Scraggy, 67, Timber, 58, Slowpoke, 23, Plusle, 39, Ultra Ball, 102, Sableye, 62, Rare Candy, 100, Reverse Hollow N, 96, and Holographic Haxorus, who I will once again place into a really nice sleeve to make sure that it doesn't get damaged for later on. Again, anytime you open a pack, if you just record the contents, send it off to Nick15 at PokemonA.com, PokemonAAH.com. That will help us to complete the print run and help you pull your cards correctly. In this set, we have Joltik, 41, Pawniard, 78, Zorua, 70, Drillbur, 55, Dwebble, 7, Krokorok, 65, Crustle, 8, Jolteon, 37, Reverse Hollow Axelgore, 11, and Heatmore, 19. Once again, if you guys haven't heard about this, they have recently completely remade the Pokemon trading card game online. It is now a downloadable client rather than being run solely in your system's internet browser. This makes the game faster, more stable, and a lot more difficult to hack than how it was before. Make sure you go online and download it at PokemonTCG.com. In this set, we have Drillbur, 55, Dwebble, 7, Torchic, 15, Minun, 40, Carablast, 9, Sableye, 62, Professor Juniper, 98, Flareon, 12, Crustle, 8, and Scraggy, 68. Every card that you've seen here was bought from your friendly local gaming store. Please make sure to continue buying from your friendly local gaming store so that they continue to have a good opinion about the Pokemon trading card game. They'll continue to stock it, and more importantly, continue to run the game in terms of leagues and premier events, so that everyone has a chance to keep playing. Pokemon's a great game, and we want it to continue being a great game for as long as possible. In this pack, we start off with Dwebble, 7, Scraggy, 67, Timber, 58, Larvesta, 21, Plusle, 39, Flareon, 12, Hooligans, Jim and Cass, 95, Yamask, 51, Reverse Hollow Rare Candy, 100, and Axelgore, 11. You might have noticed throughout this box that certain card combinations have appeared fairly regularly. This is because the way the trading card games are packaged is not purely random. What I'm trying to do is help out my good friend Nick15 in completing the print run so that we can find out where all the cards can be in a particular box. In this pack, we have Carablast, 9, Drillbur, 55, Minun, 40, Eevee, 83, Scraggy, 67, Enhanced Hammer, 94, Ultra Ball, 102, Chatot, 85, Reverse Hollow Umbreon, 60, and Swanna, 36. Nick, if you open up any booster pack and record the contents, please send it off to Nick15 at PokemonAh.com. That's Pokemon AAAH.com. Once again, I'm setting off the trading card game online pack to the side and moving the cards around so that we can get a better look at the set. Start off with Lillipup, 86, Torchic, 14, Eevee, 83, Drillbur, 55, Minun, 40, Hooligans, Jim and Cass, 95, Combuskin, 16, Clang, 76, Reverse Hollow Slowpoke, 23, and Darkrai EX. This is quite possibly the most expensive card in the set, and for good reason. Darkrai is a very powerful Pokemon. It gives any Pokemon that has a Darkness energy attached to it free retreat, and its attack for 3 energy does 90 damage and 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench. It also has a very impressive 180 hit points and a weakness that is not particularly common in the game these days in fighting. It's a very powerful card and one of the most expensive that I've seen in a very long time. In this pack, we have Zorua, 69, Piplup, 27, Tynamo, 44, Lillipup, 86, Chansey, 80, Vaporeon 25, Twist Mountain 101, Chatot 85, Reverse Hollow Swanna 36, Escavalier 74. And now we are down to our final pack of this Dark Explorers booster box. Once again, another Pokemon Trading Card Game Online code card. Those will get you booster packs in the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, and it'll help you build your deck to test for later on. We have Lillipup 86, Chansey 80, Joltik 41, Pawniard 78, Zorua 70, Twist Mountain 101, Girder 59, Umbreon 61, Reverse Hollow Carablast 9, and our final card of the night is Slowking 49. So once again, you have just seen me open up an entire booster box. We got 4 very rare, very powerful cards, as well as all the cards that you see right here. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to continue supporting your friendly local gaming store by purchasing cards there and attending all of their events. And also, if you open up any Pokemon booster packs at any time, please send them off to Nick15 at PokemonA.com so that we can try and crack the Pokemon print run for this set. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you again.